In today's NBA 2K25 simulation, we are putting every player back onto the last team that they played for. So that means we'll put players like Tyrese Halliburton back on the Kings, Donovan Mitchell back on the Utah Jazz, the greatest point guard ever, Marcus Smart back on the Celtics, plus more. And of course, players who have only played on one team will remain on that team. And we'll do this for every player throughout the NBA, as we'll then simulate a season and playoff simulation on 2K to see what would happen and who would win. So with these new crazy rosters, let's get right into it. Here we go now on the NBA 2K25, and after about an hour, I got all these rosters done, every player back on the last team that they played for, and as we go through them, comment down below your favorite team or your predictions. The 76ers, James Harden will be back, TJ McConnell. For the Bucks, Giannis, Chris Middleton joins them, Drew Holiday, Grayson Allen. 95% of the players are back on their last team, except for the 5% because you needed at least 12 players per team, so I just had to make sure their rosters got filled out. So you might see a couple players that did not move, but for the majority, every player is back on the last team that they played for. As we saw the Bulls of DeRozan and Levine, LeBron James headed back to Cleveland trying to win a championship again with the Cavaliers. And man, this Cavaliers team might be a favorite. So many players went back to the squad, like Markkanen, Sexton, LeVert. Then we see my Boston Celtics, Robert Williams, Nesmith, Marcus Smart back on the team. Nesmith was like a 73 before he left. Now he's up to almost an 80. And then we go to the Clippers. The MVP, Shea Alexander, will be on the Clippers with Paul George, Westbrook. And I had to use a bunch of fill-ins for this Clippers team, so they have a lot of low overalls because a lot of people didn't play for the Clippers for their last team. Then we see the Grizzlies. This is the team that I think kept the most players. So many players on this Grizzlies team were drafted by them. Then we see the Atlanta Hawks. DeJounte Murray is back on the squad. However, their best player, Trae Young, was drafted by Atlanta, so he'll stay with the team. Or drafted by Dallas, but he never played for the Mavericks. Jimmy Butler's back on the Heat with Max Strus, Dr. Seuss, as I should say, and a couple other players like Gabe Vincent. And now we go to the Charlotte Hornets. The Melo Ball has a pretty solid team. I mean, it's not bad, not the worst on these rosters. PJ Washington, Kelly Oubre, Terry Rozier on the squad with him. The Jazz get back Donovan Mitchell, Gobert, Mike Conley, Olynyk, Alexander Walker. I mean, this Jazz team could easily be a playoff contender out in the Western Conference. Getting back Donovan Mitchell helps a lot. Tyrese Halliburton, the man of the hour or the month in the NBA, will be going back to the Sacramento Kings with De'Aaron Fox as well. I mean, that trade turned out to be really good for the Pacers. I mean, they gave up Sabonis, but they got back Halliburton. And then we see the New York Knicks, Hartenstein, Randall, Bobby Portis Jr., Quickly, Barrett, Toppin. The Knicks have gotten so many new players back, and similar to New York Knicks in this simulation, we have the LA Lakers. Anthony Davis back on the squad. They did lose LeBron James and Luka, but Zubac goes back, Lopez, Monk, Russell, Dinwiddie, Scottie Pippen Jr., Max Christie. Remember, in this simulation, we're just taking players and putting them back onto the last team that they played for, not their draft team or not 2 teams ago. The Magic, they get Gordon back, so that's going to help him out. Luka's back on the Dallas Mavericks. How about that? No Kyrie. Brunson will be back with Luka as well. We see Tim Hardaway, Derrick Jones, Grant Williams, Dorian Finney-Smith. Dallas fans, I know you're happy to have Luka back. In the Nets, they get back Kyrie and KD. This team is looking solid. They might be a favorite in the East with Jared Allen as well, and Mikal Bridges, Ben Simmons, Schroeder. That is definitely a contender. And now for the Denver Nuggets, they didn't really get anybody, but they didn't lose anybody as well, except for they got Caldwell Pope, which definitely helps that squad. And as we continue on the roster, Sabonis back on the Pacers. So, I mean, he's with Buddy Hield as well, but no Tyrese Halliburton in Indiana for the simulation. The Pelicans get Brandon Ingram back, Dyson Daniels, and I mean, he's such a great defensive player. He was just from the Atlanta Hawks. The Pistons get back Quentin Grimes, who I didn't know was an 85 right now on NBA 2K. And we go to the Raptors. Man, this team is so good. They got a lot of players back, especially the Claw, Kawhi Leonard, who won a championship with them before he left. Anunoby, Siakam, Van Vliet also joined the squad again. I'm just so excited to see what transpires in this simulation. I think it's such a fun idea, and you never know what's going to happen. Any team could win today's video. Then we go to San Antonio Spurs. Derek White is on the Spurs, so this Spurs team looking solid. Keldon Johnson stays on the team. They also have Stephon Castle, the Rookie of the Year. Then we go to the Suns. Booker stays on the team, but they also get back Cam Johnson, DeAndre Ayton, Nurkic. Let's see how they do though without Kevin Durant on the team. The Thunder, no Shea Alexander. So it's going to be interesting to see what this Thunder team can do without him. They get Horford and Giddey back. Now moving on to the Minnesota Timberwolves, who just went to the Western Conference Finals this season. They get back Karl Towns, as this Portland team really benefits in this simulation. Getting back Dame, Powell, Hart, McCollum. Oh my goodness, this Blazers team could be a contender in the Western Conference. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it far. Then we see the Warriors getting back Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Chris Paul, Stephen Curry, of course, their best player still. And the Wizards actually benefited as well a lot, getting Porzingis, Avdija, Gafford, Valanciunas, Beal, Hachimura, Kuzma back. Oh my goodness, that team could be a contender on the Eastern Conference. But fellas, let's simulate to the end of the season with this new NBA to see which teams will make the playoffs, and then we're going to simulate the playoffs here on 2K25. So the first All-NBA team consists of Luka back with Dallas, Jokic, Giannis, Shea with the Clippers, and Wemby will make it as a young guy in the NBA, only 21 years old. And then we go to the leaders per game in points. It was Shea of the Clippers, 32. Right behind him, Giannis. Donovan Mitchell was number 3. Devin Booker, Jokic, Edwards, Doncic, and Brunson. The teammates in Dallas are 7 and 8. Man, the Mavericks must have had a great season. And as we move over to rebounds per game, it was Antetokounmpo who led it with 13.3. We see AD in there, Jalen Duren in there as well. Assists per game, Jokic. We see James Harden, Trae Young, and then a steals per game led by the king, De'Aaron Fox. Now to the standings in the Eastern Conference, the Brooklyn Nets and Knicks will take the 1 and 2 seeds, so both New York teams. Miami surprisingly number 3, Cleveland 4 with LeBron James, Toronto 5. I thought Toronto and Cleveland would be number 1 and 2, honestly. Detroit gets in there, and then the play-in tournament teams, as you see, the Celtics barely make it. Wizards had a good season, however, they will get out of the playoffs, and the Bucks will finish bottom of the East, as well as the 76ers. And on to the West, Dallas 61 wins, the best team in the NBA with Luka and Brunson. Minnesota right behind. San Antonio, Houston, Portland is the 5 seed. Clippers get in with Shea, and they're the rest of the teams that make the play-in tournament. We see OKC struggles without Shea on the team, as the Nuggets, Suns, and Warriors will finish bottom in the West. I'm surprised Golden State finished last in the West, but guys, here's the postseason. But first, we're to sum with the play-in tournament games. So they're the play-in tournament games in the West. Those should be pretty fun, and they're the play-in tournament games in the Eastern Conference. So guys, let's really just quickly simulate these on NBA 2K25, and bam, the teams that will make it. We got the Lakers, Kings, Celtics, and the Atlanta Hawks. So here's the official playoff bracket for today's simulation. You see the teams, you see the matchups. It is your last chance to comment down below your predictions. This is going to be so much fun. I mean, we got all these players back in the last team that they played for, and these first round matchups are so entertaining. I just can't wait to get underway. As guys, you know this will be simulated on NBA 2K25. The road to the finals will begin here in the very first round. So without further ado, fellas, sit down, sit back, relax, and let the madness begin. Here we go. Here we go. First round action begins in Portland, and the Blazers would have sweep to open off this postseason. I am surprised to say the least. I thought this series would have went to 7 and maybe Houston would have won it, but this Blazers team, led by Damian Lillard, has the veteran experience, and they will beat the Rockets in 4. Dame went 34 and 7. It just seems right and feels right that he's back in that Blazers uniform. And now we get a Game 5 victory in Dallas. It is the number 1 seed Mavericks who knock off the other Lakers. So no LeBron James, no second round, as Anthony Davis can't lead this team on, but this Mavericks team is so dominant with Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic right now. 61 wins in the regular season, and now they move on. As we go to Brooklyn, the number 1 seed Nets trying to knock out the Celtics as Jason Tatum posterizes Durant, flexing his muscle. He's not having the greatest game, but he has kept the Celtics in Game 5 as they're trying to force 6. Here is the Nets trying to win it right here. Irving going against Smart. Irving gets in the paint, takes it, draws a foul. He'll shoot free throws. Man, we're only in the first round, and I can tell this simulation is going to be so much fun. Seeing all these players back on their last team, and Kyrie's not even wearing his number. He's wearing number 14. But all these players will be having new numbers. This is a new era technically, as we're in 2025, even though they're on their last team. As Kyrie makes both free throws, Nets up by 2. These fans want to win a championship, but right now they got to knock off the Celtics. Here is Tatum, pass Durant, Tatum, that's another one. Jason Tatum turning up for the Celtics. That's 4 in a row, and now the Celtics have tied the game at 120. How will the Nets play this out? Will it be Irving? Will it be Durant? I mean, I think you got to go to Kyrie. Payne Pritchard's on him. He has a mismatch here, even though Pritchard, I think, is an underrated defender sometimes. As here the screen from Jared Allen. Kyrie pulls up, takes the jumper, won't go, won't tipped, and it's picked up by Aaron Nesmith. Here come the Celtics on the break. 10 seconds, it's a tie game. Jaylen Brown with it, now to Tatum. Tatum hasn't missed much on Allen, takes it back out. Jason Tatum with 3, clock winding down, Tatum rises, bang! Jason Tatum again! 7 in a row for Tatum. Nets no timeouts. Irving, front iron off the mark. This series will go to 6. What a performance by Tatum. Celtics win Game 5. We ain't done yet. And I can say that we are done now. We go to Game 6 in Boston. The Nets score 129. The Celtics 120 unless Tatum makes that. No, he doesn't. And the Celtics will fall in the first round. Man, I thought we would have beat this team even though we're an 8 seed. But Kyrie and KD are unstoppable together. They win the series. And now we're going to go to a game in Detroit. Miami at the line. Looking at ice it. It is Jimmy Butler in his new 41 jersey. As it looks like the Miami Heat will beat the Detroit Pistons in Game 6. So Detroit will fall here at home. Their season comes to an end. And this Miami Heat team, I mean, they can win it all. They have Jimmy Butler on the squad. He's playing good. They get the job done. Will LeBron be a thing again? The Cavaliers, 52 seconds, down by 1. They lead the series. We're going to close out in 6 in Toronto. I can't believe this is a first-round matchup. These two teams could be in the conference finals as LeBron James has against Anunoby. Look at this Toronto defense. LeBron got the pump on Anunoby. Takes the jumper off balance. Won't go. Rebound Van Fleet. 35 seconds away from forcing a Game 7 in Cleveland. Van Fleet, the open jumper. Oh, he missed it. He missed the open shot. The Cavaliers have life again. LeBron in the paint. No one near Garland underneath. The layup is good. Cavaliers with the lead. 23 seconds. Oh my goodness. These Raptors fans are saying this can't happen again. Now here we go. Kawhi Leonard's been here before. Last time he was in this arena, he won a championship. Leonard and one. Kawhi Leonard putting the Raptors on his back. Oh man, what a basket plus the foul with 17 seconds. LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard going at it. Look at Kawhi one more time. Mobley gets some. Sounds of MVP chants throughout the Toronto arena, and the Raptors have a 2-point lead. Here we go. Will there be a Game 7? LeBron James has it. Shot clock is off. LeBron against Anunoby. LeBron goes up. LeBron, a little bump, and it's in. LeBron with 6.3. Here come the Raptors. Inbound to Kawhi at the logo. Clock down to 2. Leonard gets into a shot and puts it in. Kawhi calls game. There will be a Game 7. The Raptors extend the series on a Kawhi buzzer beater. LeBron can't believe it. Oh man, this Toronto crowd is crazy right now. Oh my goodness, I don't think we've seen a game winner at the buzzer in a long time, with the series on the line especially. And guys, we'll be back to the series later on in the first round, but what a finish here in Toronto. And as we go to the Knicks-Hawks series in the first round, it's Game 6. Knicks up by a lot. They also lead the series, so this will be the series as they call a late foul for DeJounte Murray. It doesn't matter. Atlanta will be going home. Knicks move on to the second round, and we will go to a Game 7. 41 seconds. Clippers Spurs. Here is Shea, the MVP in real life. One-on-one. Ankle breaker. Wemby might have got a piece of it. Spurs the rebound. Here comes San Antonio. 31 seconds. What a stop there from Wemby after Shea broke his ankles. Now here we go. Vassell sees the mismatch. The Clippers got a double team. Here it is. Wemby in the paint. Spurs up 1. Hook shot with the left. It's in. Wemby gives the Spurs a 3-point lead, and the Clippers need a basket. Here comes Shea. The Spurs got a double team him. Gets open. His shot's up, and he missed it. Rebound Derek White. The Spurs are gonna do it. Oh my goodness. The Spurs will beat the Clippers, and honestly, guys, the Clippers had really nobody, so Shea really carried this team. You gotta give him credit, even though they will go out in the first round, as San Antonio surprisingly move on to the second round in the West, and we go to this Game 7 in Minnesota. The 2-seeded Kings, led by Halliburton and Fox, will upset the 2-seeded Minnesota Timberwolves in 7 games, 108-101 your final. On goes Sacramento, they are rolling. Remember when Kawhi hit that game winner to 4-7? Well, the Raptors just went into Cleveland and won Game 7, upsetting the maybe favorite to today's simulation, LeBron and the Cavaliers. 123-114, Game 7, your final. The Raptors come back from a 3-2 deficit and will win to beat the Cavs. Here we go to the second round. That was definitely an interesting first round. Here are the matchups, and hopefully your favorite team or your prediction is still in this simulation. But guys, we are right now going to simulate the conference semifinals here on Halftime Productions in the 2K simulation. So guys, without further ado, I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you're enjoying your snack. If you already ate it, go grab another one. But now guys, let's simulate the second round to find out which teams move on. We begin the second round in Brooklyn. The Toronto Raptors make easy work of the 1 seed. I thought the Nets were going to win this series before it started, but hey man, this Raptors team, after coming back from a 3-2 deficit, winning at the buzzer, winning Game 7 against the Cavaliers, now just being the number 1 seed Kyrie and KD-led Nets, as the Toronto Raptors are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And now we go to Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox and Halliburton are now in the Western Conference Finals. This Kings team is rocking 7 seed, now making it to the Final Four, as the Spurs with Derek White and Wemby will fall here in the second round of the simulation. And now we got a close game in Dallas. It's a Game 7. This is a crazy matchup. I mean, Dame versus Luka. We're in 7-game series between the Blazers and the Mavericks. Here's Lillard trying to give the Blazers the lead. It's no good. Rebound Doncic. Here come them on the break. It's Jalen Brunson back in that Dallas uniform. Now up to Luka. Gets right past Lillard to the cup. It's in. Dallas has the lead with 27 seconds to go. I mean, this Blazers team is putting up a fight against the 1 seed, the best team in the NBA, 61 wins. Now here's Lillard. Brunson will defend. Shot clock, game clock, 3-second difference. Lillard top of the key. He just missed it a moment ago. Screen. Lillard. What a pass underneath. Blocked by Lively. Are you kidding me? That's the block of the year. That was going to be a quick basket, and now they have to foul. Doncic goes to the free throw line. I mean, guys, I just can't believe he got that block. That would have been a tied game. Unbelievable. And this could be the dagger free throw from Doncic, but he missed it. Door's still open for the Blazers. You got to find Lillard. Down by 3. Here come the Blazers. Ball on the floor. It's loose. Still going for it. Blazers need to get it. Time runs out. Derek Jones lays on the floor, gets the ball out of bounds, and the Mavericks win a thriller here in Dallas. They'll win the series in 7. Down goes Portland. Heartbreaking loss for the Blazers. And now we go to the last series of the second round. The Knicks will beat the Heat and move on to the Eastern Conference Finals just like they did in real life. However, this time they take out Miami with Jimmy Butler. And so the Heat a second round exit in today's simulation. New York wins the series. Conference Finals in the simulation after we sent every player back to their last team. And we got Dallas versus 7-seeded Kings. What a series that was between the Mavericks and the Blazers. And out in the East, we got Toronto versus New York in the Conference Finals. So which 2 teams will move on? We're going to find out right now here on Halftime Productions. And if you're already at your second snack, go get a third snack, because it's about to get even crazier. Let's go. Here's a Game 6 in Sacramento where the Kings are down by 2. They also are down in the series. Can they force 7? Fox underneath. Won't go. Rebound to Doncic, and the Mavericks are trying to go to the finals in this game. Here comes Green on the break. What is he doing? I mean, you gotta give it to either Brunson or Luka. And now the Kings have a second chance. We've seen so many teams in the simulation come back. Fox, a wild take. Oh man, Doncic with some stellar defense. This game is wacky right now. A lot of out of control possessions. Green, I mean, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? He missed another. Nobody can find the basket. 20 seconds. Kings down by 2. You gotta slow it down and go to Halliburton or Fox. Here's Fox. Snatch back on Brunson. Good. What a move. Oh man, he just took his ankles. And now the shot clock off. The Mavericks with a chance to win this series and go to the championship. Luka one-on-one with Fox. Tween, another one. He's backing him out. Now he's driving. Luka gets a step. Open shot off the glass. It's in with .3. Kings no timeouts. Time runs out. He doesn't even get the shot off in time. And the Mavericks, the number 1 seed and the best overall team in the NBA, will go to the championship series. Heartbreak for Sacramento. I mean, oh my goodness. How did they collapse like that? And the Kings will fall, and their series is over in 6. And now we're going to go to a Game 7 in New York. The Raptors and Knicks battling it out. Kawhi Leonard, wild shots. That won't go. Offensive rebound. Siakam. His shot off the mark. Hartenstein looking like Mutombo in the paint. 35 seconds and Knicks the other way. Here is Julius Randle trying to give the Knicks the lead. Kawhi tries to stay in front. Oh, what a move from Randle. Doesn't take it. Hesitates. And that shot is contested and no good. And the Raptors will have it. No timeout. A chance to take the lead. This is win or go home to play the Mavericks in the finals. Kawhi Leonard's been in this situation before. He has 2 championships, 2 finals MVPs. Shot clock running down. 1-on-1 against Randle. Kawhi going to his right. Hop step. shoots with the left, and he's got it. Unbelievable move from the claw. And the Knicks will use their last timeout, down by 2, 5.1, and the playoffs on the line. Will they go for the win or for overtime? Inbound to Randall. Randall has it, going left. Randall gets to the foul line. Missed it! The Raptors are moving on! A Kawhi Leonard playoff run leads them to the finals as the Knicks heartbreak will fall in 7 at home. I mean, oh my goodness, how good is Kawhi better in this simulation? Knicks go down. And so after putting every player back on the last team that they played for, we are down to 2 teams. The Mavericks with Luka and Brunson against the Raptors led by Kawhi Leonard. So guys, which team is going to win today's simulation? We're going to simulate a best of 7 series on NBA 2K25 to see who will take it all. It's been a fun video up to this point, and let's see who takes it right now in the finals. And as we go to Toronto to Game 6, the Raptors will beat the #1 seed in the NBA, the Mavericks, and the champions in today's simulation will be Toronto. What an unbelievable playoff run. They were down 3-2 in the first round against the Cavaliers. Kawhi hits a game winner, and they eventually go on to win a championship. That's Kawhi's second with the Raptors. Siakam wins, Anunoby, Van Vliet, and the Raptors are the champions in today's simulation. Heartbreak for the Mavericks. I thought they were going to win this series before it started as the #1 seed with Luka and Brunson, but Toronto is the champ. And now guys, thank you for watching today's simulation. I read every single comment down below. You are all the GOATs. Kawhi celebrating the trophy, but it's halftime reductions. I hope you all enjoyed as we out for today.